So a group chat featuring young Republicans from around the country was leaked that was full of racist, anti-Semitic, hateful rants, and many Democrats and Republicans are strongly condemning this, but not the vice president. He sees things differently. Take a look.
Focusing on what kids are saying in a group chat, grow up. I'm sorry. Focus on the real issues. Don't focus on what kids say in group chat. The reality is that kids do stupid things, especially young boys. They tell edgy, offensive jokes. Like, that's what kids do. And I really don't want us to grow up in a country where a kid telling a stupid joke, telling a very offensive stupid joke, is cause to ruin their lives. And at some point, we're all going to have to say, enough of this BS.
So, just so we're clear, some of the members in this chat are between the ages of 24 and 35. So they're not kids.
They're my age, some of them. They're
adults. You know, so these are adults. And I have to say, is this the way you want young Republicans represented in this country?
No, and I want to speak to this because one of my first jobs out of college, I was the national spokesperson for the college Republican National Committee. So we were actually just on college campuses, over 2,000 chapters. I traveled all over. I knew all our campus chairs. I knew hundreds and hundreds of members. I'm friends with many of them to this day. I never heard or saw anything like this. But at that time, Mitt Romney was our North Star. That was the GOP nominee for president in 2012. Had we seen it, we would have fired them, denounced them, and moved on with our lives. And I think that speaks to two things. There is a dark underbelly in our politics that has allowed racism, it's allowed hate, it's allowed misogyny, and we've just kind of normalized it on the right. And there's not enough folks who are willing to just call it out for what it is. And then secondarily, there is this crisis of young men. This is almost universally young men of a certain age. I don't want to stereotype them, but they don't look like guys who have a lot of friends, who have girlfriends, have intimate relationships. I don't mean this to be mean, but the stats speak for themselves. If you don't have community and you live online mostly, you can be radicalized to hate people. You don't engage with people. You don't have empathy for people. It's very scary, and leaders need to wake up to it.
They also say, we've said this on the show, that the frontal lobe does not get developed until you're 25. What's Trump's excuse? No. Anyway, the only thing I want to say about this topic is that the Republican Party needs to deal with this. They need to find their better selves, find their better angels. The way I come from the Eisenhower era. I mean, that's how old I am. And Eisenhower was a decent Republican, a good Republican, and Ronald Reagan too. And why not go back, find those young people who espouse that type of behavior instead of this crap, as he calls it?
Well, I hate to say it, but I'm not surprised that chat exists. I wasn't surprised that men, adults, ages 25 to 34,
white men, guys, by the way.
White men were speaking like that. They checked every white supremacist bigot box. They were anti-Semitic, they were misogynistic, they were homophobic, they were racist.
They were stupid.
And they were dumb. But my lived experience as an Afro-Latina in this country helps me tell the uncomfortable truths about this country with real clarity. And that's why I wasn't surprised. And I think many people would like to deny that lived experience. I'll say it again, because I've said it on the show many times.
Looking about J.D. Vance, the women in the views were not very happy on what J.D. Vance is doing. There was this chat that leaked about the youth. They were talking about racism but according to J.D. Vance said that mostly male who are kids, they like to create expensive jokes. Why would anyone be listening to them? But the women in the views were not happy because they said that is not a joke. By the way, the guy who wrote it, he's 37 years. So he's not a kid. J.D. Vance is not very older than that guy. So what the reason of him saying that they are kids because of what they are saying? Because it doesn't favor them. Actually, the women in the views, they were not very happy about what J.D. Vance is saying. So they were talking about races. So it's about races. There have never been a time in the United States that, even in the world as a whole, that racism has been looked like it's a clown, or racists have been looked like it's just something to be joking with. It's not something that you'll be joking with when you concern racist. It's something that you have to get up and you're serious about it. Because if you're the victim, for example, they talk about J.D. Vance wife, who is not an American, who is an Indian, and obviously she's being racist also. You have people that will pick on her because she's from India. So if she comes and complains to her husband, which is J.D. Vance, so they were asking J.D. Vance, are you going to say she's making a joke of it, or are you going to take her serious? So most people, when they are talking about what is happening to them, somebody like the other Sunni talks about she's Afro-Latino because we all know her daddy is black and the mother is Hispanic, so that make her Afro-American. So she said that on her own terms, she too have experienced racism. She have suffered a lot from that, and there is no way such a conversation will come out and she will just say, nope, they are kids. You have to take it in consideration. Those are students, those are people who are even finished, who are working. They are just youth. So why people want to express their mind to see what's happening to them? And you, as a vice president, according to the women of the view, instead of you coming to tell them what to do, to plead with them, to try to solve the situation, you saying that it's racist. It's just like, I hope you went ahead and see people like the gay who are the minority, when they have a voice, something to talk about, nobody listen. All they do is to tag them. So that's what J.D. Vance is doing. So they were just saying that, look at the type of people that Democrats have put into position, a whole vice president. Look the way he's thinking. So they were saying that anyway, he's not different from the leader, who is President Donald Trump, because according to President Donald Trump, for you to mature, you have to be 25. Actually, for a person brain to completely form is 26 years old. I guess that's why President Donald Trump considers everybody below 25 that they are kids. They are not adults. Do you support that if somebody is not up to 26 years, the person is not an adult, the person is still a kid? Can I see your opinion in the comment section? Was J.D. Vance right, what he was doing or not? Let me see your opinion in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe and keep sharing the video. Thank you very much, and God bless you.